Hey, happy Tuesday. How are you doing? I'm wearing a bright green hoodie and I'm sweaty. Not because I've been working out. Well, I have been working out, but not like in a class or anything. I had to get out today and I had to mow the yard, and then I washed my car. I thought, well, I'm already out here. I might as well just go ahead and wash my car while I'm at it. So I washed my car, and then my older son got home, and he said, hey, you got all the stuff out. Will you help me wash my car? I'm like, why do I have to help you wash your car? I've already been out here for like 2 hours. I'm ready to go in the house. And he said, well, don't worry about it. I'll go ahead and do it. So he pulls his car in, and I get in the house, and I was going to have a little bowl of Fruit Loops and just take a break for a minute. And then he comes back in, and he's like, can you please help me? I'm like, I just sat down with my Fruit Loops. I was so pitiful. I just sat down with my Fruit Loops. Let me have my Fruit Loops. And he goes, fine, but will you please help me? I said, okay, all right. I had my dishwashing gloves on, my rubber gloves, because the water is cold. We're still in that time of year where it's just, ooh, it's just cold outside. It's just gross. But I got out there, and so we got his car washed and everything. I just came out of Goodwill, and it's getting dark. I want to show you this before it gets too dark. What did I buy? I bought this shirt. Look at this fabric. Isn't it cool? It has like a sort of a goldish hue. It's a rayon polyester nylon blend, and it's from Ann Taylor, and it has a zip in the back, and it has to be dry cleaned. So I don't know why I bought it, because I don't like dry clean stuff. But I use the Woolite dry cleaner sheets in the dryer. They actually work great. But I saw this, and it reminded me of that scene in The Lord of the Rings where the orcs had the mithril shirt that Frodo had on, and one of them said, hands off that shiny shirt. I can't talk like an orc, but every time I see a shiny shirt, I think about that. Hands off that shiny shirt. So I bought a shiny shirt, and look at this. I got a brand new pair. I've been looking for some gray capri pant type things to wear to exercise classes. I got this brand new pair of RBX pants for $4.49 minus my 15% discount. Capri length, high-waisted. They're great, but they have a little bit of pink in them. It's really cute. That's all I bought. I got those two things. There was an incident today. Now, I don't mean this insensitive. I don't mean this to be insensitive. This is just what we call her, and I'm sorry. I have a degree in psychology and should know better. The lady that lives up on another street who has issues. Okay, at my house, and probably in a lot of people's houses, we just call her Crazy Lady. I found out her name, though, when she threatened to kill me back in December. The police did a whole report on it, and that's when I found out her actual name, and it's not Crazy Lady, but I'm not going to use her name. We call her Crazy Lady. I'm sorry. And I'm going to show you a little snippet of why we call her that. Now, I'm not going to show you the whole thing. I have video of her. For the last year and a half, almost 2 years, I've been dealing with this woman. She's been coming down to my house and talking to me kind of like the clip that you're about to see. This is not new. This has been going on. She's probably done this 8 or 9 times now in the last year and a half, almost 2 years. I never got video of it, though, before today. But I've talked to the police. I reported it over and over, and basically all they ever tell me is there's nothing they can do about it. It's like, look, yeah, when she threatened to kill me, there was, there were more actions taken then. And I'm not going to go into details, but she stayed away from me ever since. Now, this was right before Christmas, and she really did not bother me. But today, okay, so I was out there. I had just finished mowing the yard, and I walked around the house, and I had my little earbuds in. I was listening to music, and I walked around the house to get something out of the little storage building on the back of my house, and I'm listening to music, but I heard her. I'm like, that's Crazy Lady. Huh. And I paused my earbuds like, who's she yelling at? And a lot of what she says makes no sense, and you'll see that in the clip. Like, the stuff she says, it's just gibberish. It's like, I guess it makes sense to her. Um, yeah, so I walk around, I'm like, oh, she's yelling at me. She was standing in her driveway, because you can see her, like from my driveway, you can see her house in the driveway in the front. She's standing in her driveway screaming at me. And she said some bad things. And I'll tell you what leads up to I'm not going to show you the whole thing, because the whole thing is like almost 3 minutes long, and I'm not going to show you everything. But so she's standing in her driveway and she's screaming at me. She called me an effing C word, and called my mom an effing C word. I'm like, can we leave our mothers out of it? You ain't got to insult my mom. Come on now. That's low blow, man. Come on. You don't bring the moms into this. So she's calling me names. And, does your mom know she raised an effing, and I'm just standing. But I got my phone out. I'm like, okay, because I had decided from here on out, I'm just going to document every incident that I have with this woman. I'm going to document every one. So I just got my phone out. I didn't say a word to her. I did not say a word. I got my phone out, and I just made a video of her. And you can hear it loud and clear. She's very loud. She has a very loud voice. So then she screams at me the stuff about, what I said. Then she gets in her vehicle. Backs up, comes down my street. She drives past my house, flipping me off, turns around somewhere down there, comes back up the street and stops in front of my house. And that's the clip I'm going to show you. Now, she does go back and forth between English and Spanish. You're going to hear her change. So it's some of it's in English, some of it's in Spanish, but here for your viewing pleasure is what I got to deal with after mowing my yard today.
Asshole! Vete! Pa'l coño de tu madre! The woman that buried you before you were fucking born! Have a good fucking day! Vete pa'l coño de tu fucking madre! Isn't that who raised you to be a cunt and a whore?
That's just a little clip. That was just a little taste of what I've been dealing with for the last year and a half. This is the woman that the police say they can't do anything about. And then she said what she said, and then she just drove off, and that was it. And I didn't see her I haven't seen her anymore today. So it doesn't even shake me up anymore. It used to really leave me I would be like literally shaking by the time she left. It's like traumatic, it's wow. I mean, when she threatened to kill me, that was really like, oh, we're going to take it to another level. Okay. She hasn't threatened to do that since then. That was what they were able, I think that's why they were able to commit her involuntarily for 72 hours after that. So that was fun. Wow. So from here on out, I'm just going to start making video of her every single time she comes to my house, or I don't care if she's talking to me or somebody else. I'm just going to walk out in my front yard. I'm not going to hide it. I'm not going to conceal it. I'm just going to walk out there. I'm not going to say anything. I have only engaged her one time. Other than that, I've never spoken to her, but one time I did. One time I just couldn't take it anymore, and I told her to shut the F up. I'm like, she's going to yell at me anyway, and it made me feel better. I've never spoken to anybody like that in my life. I never have. I shouted right back at her and told her to shut the F up. Everybody is sick and tired of hearing you. And see, normally what happens is when she comes down our street, if anybody's outside, everybody just goes in the house and shuts the door. And I'm like, no, I'm not going to be running to my own damn house. If I'm outside doing yard work, or if I'm just outside enjoying a pretty day, I will be damned if I'm going back in my house. I'm not going to be held prisoner in my house by this person. No. So from now on, I'm just going to make a video of it every time it happens. Every single time. I'm not going to say one word to her. I will not say a word. I'm just going to make a video of it. And I'm going to hang on to these videos, and I'm going to keep them. And I don't know what I'm going to do with them, but we'll just see how it goes. Because it seems like calling the police and reporting it hasn't done anything. one of the last times they came out, they pretty much just said, you know, you need to stop doing this because it's pointless. We can't do anything about her. You know, it's not against the law to do what she's doing. That's what they told me. They said, there's nothing we can do about it. You might as well stop calling us because we can't do anything about it. And I said, no, I'm going to keep calling you. I'm going to keep reporting it. I at least want a record of it so that when she finally does go off the deep end and do something drastic, at least we will have a record of everything leading up to it. Because I'm afraid that's what it's going to come to. It's going to come down to her doing something. Hitting somebody. Because she drives very erratically. She drives crazy. She does. She has no business driving a vehicle, but she does. She's going to end up hurting somebody or worse. That's what it's going to come to. I know it is. Anyway, I don't mean to get all wound up, but that, you know, it was nice because for about 3 months, I didn't hear a word out of her. I would see her come and go, but she never said anything. She was quiet, and it was nice. It was really nice, but it officially ended today. She's back out there, back screaming. I don't know why she hates me. I don't know. I don't know. From the first time she ever laid eyes on me, she hated my guts. I remember she moved into the house the summer of 2020. It was in June of 2020. She moved in with her dad. And my first encounter with her was bizarre. I was outside watering my yard or doing something. I was having my grass redone, and I was outside tending to it. Like they give you instructions to water it and stuff. And I was out there, I think I was just out there watering the grass, bothering nobody. And she came down the street specifically and stopped right in front of my yard. She was maybe 15 feet away from me and just starts screaming at me, like cussing me out. And it was so bizarre because I'm standing there like, what is happening right now? Because I didn't know what to say. I'm like, what the hell is she talking about? And she was just screaming. It was just gibberish. Just like, it was very disjointed. None of it went together. And it was the most bizarre moment. She's loud. And then she just went back up to her house, went inside and shut the door. And I'm like, what the fuck was that? Who is that? And so since then, every time she sees me, that's what she does. I don't know. She hates my guts, and I don't know why. She hates me. Like visceral. It is a visceral hate. She doesn't react to other people on the street like me. Now, she yells at other people, but man, she really yells at me. Maybe I remind her of somebody. I don't know. I have given her no reason to be this way with me. Anyway, since the police can't do anything, behavioral health can't do anything, I'm just going to start documenting it. And so if and when she ever escalates things, I mean, at least I can say I tried. I tried to do something. Shoot. I mean, everybody else around, they just go in the house and shut the door and wait for her to leave. And I don't know. I'm not going in my house, my own home, to hide from you. There's just something in me that just says, hell no. You're not running me into my own house. I worked hard for this house. I work hard to maintain it, and this is my space. I will be damned if you're going to walk down my street and act like a fool and make me go inside. Just no. Not going to do it. So anyway, I had a nice experience though in Goodwill just a minute ago. So I was in there, and I've been outside working all day. I did not get to go to a class today because I had something I had to do and it ran long and I ended up not being able to go. But anyway, I did get my yard mowed and it looks good. I got my car washed. We got my son's car washed and they look lovely. They were coated in pollen, just it's pollen everywhere. But my car is spiffy now. Well, you can't see it, but it looks way better. It doesn't have a yellow tinge to it anymore. But I was just in there a minute ago and I had just walked in. And this little girl, she looked like she might have been about 10 years old, was walking towards me. And she goes, "You're pretty." And that just made my day. I said, "Thank you. Oh my God." And then she was gone, like she was walking kind of fast. I was going to say, "You're pretty too." But she was like gone. Like, where'd you go? Zoom. She just said, "You're pretty." Oh my God. I haven't had anything like that happen in forever. That was so sweet. Oh my goodness. What a nice thing to say. And I didn't know if it would sound weird if I said this. I saw her in another part of the store, but I think she was with her mom. And I thought that might sound kind of creepy if I said, "You're pretty." My precious. I mean, I didn't want to be weird, so I just like went to another part of the store. But that was so sweet. It's very sweet. So anyway, if I suddenly disappear or something happens to me, y'all tell the cops to look for Crazy Lady, because I swanny, I think she probably has something to do with it. And I'm only like half joking when I say that. No, if anything ever happens to me, my family knows who would probably be responsible, and it's not Crazy Lady, but that's a whole other story that we won't get into. Yeah, I have no reason to do anything to myself. So if anything ever happens to me, it wasn't me. That's all I'm going to say about that. So keep an eye on me if I don't show up for a day or two. I'm kidding. I'm fine. I don't expect her to do anything, but I'm just saying, you never know. But yeah, so that was my day. And I'm just going to keep recording what she does. I'm just going to keep making videos, and I'm just going to save them on a hard drive or whatever. I'm just going to put them in a safe place. And I stated at the end of the recording, I stated the date and time just to have it right there. I know it's in like the metadata or whatever, but I just stated in the video, it's March 29th, 2022, 3 p.m. or whatever time it was, just so it's in the video so you know what time and day it was. But yeah, that's a slice of my day. I hope your day has been calmer than that. I'm going to go home and change my nail polish, because it's starting to get kind of yucky. Like, look at that one, like on the ends and stuff. Where are you? Right there. Yeah, it's starting to look a little gross, so I'm gonna swap it out for another color. But I hope you are having a wonderful day. Don't worry about me. I'm fine. If she wants to throw down, I mean, I'm ready for her. She's a small person. I could probably just punt her out of my yard. Like I could hold her little head and just punt her out of my yard. She's tiny. I'm not worried about her doing anything to me. Don't worry about me. Honey, I'm fine. Don't forget where I came from. I'm okay. I was raised to handle damn near anything. I'll leave it at that. But you have a great day. And I'm about to hit. What is this car doing? There's a car. What the hell? I think they were going to park there, and then they changed their mind. Oh, they're coming in on this side. Okay. There's enough space over there. I guess they like this one better. So I hope you're having a good day. And yeah, I'm fine. Don't worry. I got it under control. I'm just documenting this like one would record wildlife. You know, and I got some wildlife in my life. So yeah, I'm gonna head home and fix my nail polish and figure out what we're having for dinner. So thank you for being here. I hope you have a great day, and I will see you again soon.